everyone, and welcome to the EgoCast podcast. I'm Ron. I'm here with Josh, Luis, and Lucas, and tonight we're going to talk about stupid laws that are still on the books. So now I'm going to give it over to Josh, so he's going to start us out tonight.
All right. Upon researching everything, there's a lot of stupid laws. There's a lot in the U.S., and there's a lot in the entire world. I'm going to hit a couple from each. Some of the ones that I think are the stupidest. In Iowa, if you have a mustache and you're a man, you're not allowed to kiss a girl in public. Which would ruin Luis 90% of the time.
I don't have a mustache?
Not now, but when you do. In Chicago...
When I do what?
When you have a mustache.
I never had a mustache. I hate mustache.
In Chicago, it's illegal to eat in a place that's currently on fire.
That's
It's
a good
illegal to
law.
what?
I mean, it's not.
That's a good
I'm not
law.
saying it's a stupid law. I'm saying that it's stupid that it has to be stated as a law.
No,
Like, you should know better.
You got to think about what asshole was in there like, no, I'm finishing my steak.
Very true.
I mean,
Very true.
For them to have to be like, okay, we're going to make it a law.
All right, I'm going to go to a couple unusual laws, and some that I think are very hard to enforce. In China, you have to be intelligent to be in college. How do you test people to see if they're actually intelligent? Is it the ACT and whatever?
The stupid test.
Maybe they're just trying to like weed out the
You know how
stupid
many
people. You know what I mean? Like like in America here, in some ways, like you go to college and you still don't learn shit. It's so that it's college can be a participation trophy now.
Yeah, but in China, in USA, everything is like, if you can dream it, you can do it. Like, yeah. In China, there's more grounded. Like, they're like real. You're a fucking loser. Get the fuck out.
Speaking of losers, this takes me to my next stupidest law. In Utah, you're allowed to marry your cousin, but only when you guys are the age 65 or older.
I guess you couldn't have any kids then.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, you could, but it wouldn't be it'd be a struggle from beginning to end. I'm going to hit on like three more, then I'm going to pass it on to Luis. These are the three that I think are either really stupid or my final one's, I think, the best one. In North Carolina, bingo games are not allowed to last longer than 5 hours. You can arrest an old woman just playing bingo one Wednesday
I was telling
night.
Lucas, I was like, how long were the bingo games going?
I mean, that hits a little bit close to home because my grandma goes and plays bingo every Wednesday and Tuesday night. So in North Carolina, she'd be in prison. You're only allowed to. You can't. It's not just a day. That's 5 hours a week.
What I'm saying is they had to do.
It's a week?
Like the bingo
Yes.
games had to really get out of hand before they limited them. I mean, like somebody had to be getting shot at the bingo game every.
Dude,
fucking...
I was reading about it. If you did 10 hours back in the 60s, it could lead to execution.
The 60s.
Yeah. You played bingo for 10 hours in the 60s, they cut your head off.
The 1960s.
Yes.
I
researched this shit.
That had beheading.
Listen, dude, that's for another podcast.
The
Oh,
1960s.
really? I think it fits now. I really do.
All right. In Ohio,
Hell yeah.
it's illegal to get a fish drunk. So I guess you're fishing, you catch it, and you just pour Bud Light into its mouth. You can't do that. Or give it a shot of bourbon, because I guess that's something that
But
you should want to do in
I
life.
think that.
Like,
Well, I think that I could hang out with the fish in a bar and just fucking,
Yeah.
leaning over it, and he's
is
got
it
his
talking?
beer and I got mine.
Nice
if
conversation.
it can talk, yeah.
I'm like, what
But
the fuck's up, Nemo? And he's like, yeah.
This is my best law. I think it should be enforced worldwide. And never, I want it written down that like it can never be negotiated no matter what. In Saudi Arabia, women are not allowed to drive ever.
You're racist fuck.
That's sexist.
Yeah,
but
racist.
there's reason it's not racist.
A woman
All
is
women,
a
not
racist.
just white women.
No, woman is
Well,
the race.
to be fair, women aren't allowed to do anything
Women
in Saudi
can't
Arabia.
drive.
But like we were talking
They're
earlier
not
about the law that I
anything.
saw,
That's not true.
where it was
We're
like,
not debating whether it's true. I'm just saying what I think. Then
Yeah,
you get
but-
your turn.
Okay. It's not true.
I don't think women should ever be able to drive. My mom can't drive. She hits people with the mailboxes. My grandma hits garages that are in front of her while she's sitting in the driveway.
that's just old people.
And then every time I'm on the interstate, there's some kind of wreck, and there's some woman like
But
Man, I should have really used my turn signal and drove on the right way of the interstate. But I had to change my tampon really quick and put on my makeup and pluck my eyebrows so I have to go cheat on my husband with this guy. They're not focused enough.
Why are you so angry? Why are you so angry?
It's already going bad.
I'm not going
listen,
to bed.
listen,
They're not focused. They have, dude, have you not seen a girl like...
Listen, that's why they had that law in fucking like Illinois or wherever where like a guy has to stand in front of his wife driving waving the red flag. That was because they were like, we got to do something to keep them from crashing. And be like,
well, dude, like I'm sitting at like a red light, and she's like putting makeup on. I'm like, what the fuck? I can't even play at the radio for a second without wrecking. She's over there plucking and fucking and everything. It's fucking terrible.
You know what I always find amazing? That person that's going like 60 and they got their fucking phone and they're just
and they're not even looking at the road. They're just like,
I'm like,
while eating a sandwich,
just slowly kind of edge over to the side.
I'm in the house of a redneck.
He dips
wait
his
for the mushroom
sandwich.
cloud of them blowing up later down the road.
Yeah, he's like driving, dipping his chicken nuggets and ketchup. Like, yeah,
I'm in the house of a redneck. What am I doing?
All right, so those were my stupid laws. I'm gonna pass it to Luis, and he's gonna tell you some of the laws that he thinks are stupid.
Yep. In Atlanta, you cannot tie a giraffe in a stop sign. When do you have
tie a giraffe to a stop sign?
when in the hell you have a giraffe?
Like New Jersey, I think has the most stupidest laws.
New York, New Jersey for sure. It's that whole fucking state.
You have to cut that sign in.
I think I might leave it that way. People think you're mildly retarded.
Okay, in Denver, it's illegal to. How is the opposite of borrow? Like you borrow something from someone, but when someone borrows something from you,
you loan
Loan.
It's illegal to loan the. Oh, I forgot the word for aspiradora. The thing that you use to clean the carpets.
Vacuum.
The vacuum. So no one, you cannot give that to anyone because it's actually illegal.
So you're not allowed to loan people your vacuum.
I think that's pretty much stupid. In Ohio, I think this is pretty fun. If you don't own more than 5 cows, you're not allowed to wear cowboy boots.
They're what my hopes and dreams.
You don't have a cowboy boot license there or something like that.
I mean, I know a lot of people that will go to jail. I think people that wear cow boots and doesn't have cows actually should go to jail. I think that should happen. In Pennsylvania, it's illegal to sing in the shower.
How are they going to catch you doing that?
I'm always singing in the shower.
What are we holding right now? We're holding our phones. I mean,
Yeah.
they're all listening in. I'm sure they're like, all right, he's singing in the shower again. Time to go roast his ass.
Fucking
Kick in the door, bring the SWAT team.
or some shit.
Yeah. Pull you out of the house butt ass naked and haul your ass to jail.
In Washington, it's illegal to ride an ugly horse. How could you decide if it's an ugly horse?
Maybe it has like a birth defect and it's got like a big bulging fucking tumor.
Yeah, it's like you're not allowed in the streets. Your horse is ugly.
And what if your view of what's ugly is completely different than someone else?
Exactly. It's whole perception.
I got the sexiest horse ever. Someone else is like, get that ugly shit off the street.
You guys are weird, man.
So now I left Lucas to tell me the stupidest laws ever made.
All right, so apparently in Utah, you are not allowed to have a missile in a bus terminal. So, no shit, I'm not making this up.
Oh, shit.
Hurling a
Where's the missile store at? There. You'd be just standing there with the missile being like,
Yeah, let's have a missile.
I'm not quite sure what they're doing down in Utah, but apparently it's a great time, So hurling a missile into a bus terminal is a felony. Unless
sorry, I can travel with you guys.
there is stipulations on this. It is a felony unless you are an appointed officer of the peace or commercial security personnel. So if you're a mall cop, you're allowed to fire off missiles into bus terminals, apparently. Fuck.
Dude. That needs to be like
what is this?
Part 3 or some shit.
This isn't really a dumb law. South Carolina, it is illegal to work or dance. Work or dance on Sunday. So apparently the people in South Carolina are just having the time of their life. That's apparently true. I have a feeling I mean, they can't just shut down all the gas pumps and everything else. There has to be people working in South Carolina.
You can be in your house like singing and dancing like, and it's like, what the fuck are you doing? It's fucking illegal.
But like,
It's
people
so
be out in the street dancing. They're like, she's crazy. It's the Sabbath.
Oh my God, it's Sunday. And he's dancing.
To hit on a bingo, again, Pennsylvania, bingo is only for non-felons.
Jeez.
So, no person convicted
Seriously,
of a felony may operate a bingo game.
What the hell's going on at bingo games in the past
Yeah.
that was fucking like so bad?
I think I have played bingo games like twice in my life, and I was like 6 years old. It's kind of a big thing
It's the
here.
seedy side of bingo looks like.
Yeah, it's like a big thing I didn't know
A
about.
fucking bunch of gangsters in there,
Yeah.
stripes, fucking smoking, fucking like B-49, motherfucker. About to hit that line. What the fuck? I'm sorry.
Oklahoma, no bear wrestling. It is unlawful to wrestle a bear, but obviously at that point the law is the least of your worries. I mean, who's gonna be like, bear, I'm gonna tackle you?
Yeah, it's not like the movies where the bear's there and you either easily escape or you just miraculously like beat the bear up.
Like you're out in the woods
You're-
trying to start your fire and Smokey the bear comes,
Like you're in trouble
wrestle him down.
unless you can.
I've
run
never
around.
seen a bear in my life.
Probably somebody tried to fuck a bear.
Way to take it there, Ron. Is that the
I'm
first thing
serious.
you
Like,
thought
why
about?
else would you just like, I don't wrestle that bear? I mean, like,
It will make your beard grow.
make your beard grow? Wrestling bears?
Yeah. It's a definition of manhood. Yeah, I'm fucking wrestling a bear. Actually, will be more real than the stupid wrestling that Josh like.
New Jersey, it is illegal to murder somebody while wearing a bulletproof vest. So, New Hampshire, it is illegal to collect seaweed.
Is it legal to collect seaweed?
Seaweed.
Where?
Yeah. New Hampshire.
Does SpongeBob know?
Probably.
Hopefully his. Does anybody know what state like SpongeBob lives underwater in?
No idea.
Bikini
It
Bottom.
cannot be a state.
Where's Bikini Bottom?
All right, are we done?
It's under
Are you
the
done with
water. No.
Mississippi, there is no limits on big gulp size. For those that don't know, big gulp, like the fountain size cup. You go to the gas station, fill up your big ass cup of, delicious soda.
Uh-huh.
There is no limit on the size of said soda. So I'm guessing you
Why
could
is
show
that weird?
you
It's
could
fucking
show-
America.
you could show up with a bucket.
It's fucking
and
America.
fill it up.
Drink your ass a 55-gallon drum of fucking soda if you
And
want.
we wonder why we all have diabetes.
Who the fuck cares?
I do have one more. Minnesota, it is illegal to grease a pig. So, the description here, long winters can be boring, but that's no good reason to hold a greased pig contest in your parlor. It has been considered a misdemeanor to operate, run, or participate in any activity where a pig is oiled up and released with the object of being recaptured. This also applies to turkeys. So let's all get drunk, oil up our animals, and we'll try and
I will
catch them.
have a fucking fun. Chasing a fucking pig. Fuck yeah. In Spain, I remember this now, sorry. In Spain, you cannot sit whenever and spread your legs if you're a man. You have to sit with your legs like really close.
Oh, they just passed that too, didn't they?
Yeah.
I think.
It's
Which-
not this is a new one. It's not like an old one who is like from the 60s
The
or whatever. No,
man-spreading
this is
thing.
man spreading thing, yeah.
Which that is completely understandable because most of them are wearing kilts, and who wants to
This is
see
Spain.
your junk just
Spain, not
hanging out?
Scotland,
It's
motherfucker.
Spain, not Scotland, exactly. In Spain, people were.
I was thinking the whole reason they did that
But
was
the thing
because
is
of the
women
people
come in with
wearing
like
kilts.
47 shopping bags to anything when they're using public transportation and then take up like 3 or 4 seats themselves.
Yeah.
Done?
Yeah.
All right. So I have two laws that I think are just great laws, and I've always wondered like what it took to create them. Like I said, with other stuff tonight, but like what things had to transpire to where like a group of people went in and said, I think we need to make this shit illegal so people won't do it as often. And the first one is in Alabama, it's illegal to carry an ice cream cone in your back pocket.
What?
I'm just like, what kind of fucking outbreak of people putting ice cream cones in their back pocket happened in Alabama? And then they were like, it might be a good idea to just put reel them in a little bit with their ice cream cones in their back pockets.
It get all smashed and sticky and.
So like, it's just your ass. What were people doing? Like, were they sitting on? I mean, like the bank would. I mean, like I could see if like somebody came up and was like, back in those days it was all paper, so you're writing. Somebody owes a mortgage on their house, and they come in with the back, ice cream cone in their pocket and sit on top of the thing. So
I guess the more important thing is, who goes and buys an ice cream and doesn't just eat it? Like what are you doing that you can't eat your ice cream that you have to take the time and put it in your back pocket?
This is it's craziest shit.
I mean, you got two hands. Actually, what if you got two ice cream cones? Maybe you got to put put your ice cream cone somewhere.
Maybe we don't know what
you haven't said anything.
Maybe we don't know what an ice cream cone is on Iowa.
Alabama.
Yeah, Alabama. Maybe an ice cream cone in Alabama is another different thing.
Completely. Maybe that's what they call their wallets.
It might be.
My ice cream cone.
Pornography.
Yeah,
I have my ice cream.
The second one.
My ass cream. I got my ice cream.
But the second one is like even better. It's illegal in the great state of Texas to sell your own eyes. Like, what black market of eyeballs, human eyeballs, did they have in Texas?
So just to get this straight, any other part of your body is perfectly fine to sell.
But I know your own eye. You cannot sell your own eyeballs. So
your cornea, like your cornea.
Yeah, somebody had to come up to somebody and be like, what? I'm really in a bind here, and I need your eye. Did you take 30 grand for it?
I went to the movies one time. And
only one time in your life? That's so sad. Keep going.
She had somebody else's
breathe
baby.
In, breathe out. I'm going to lay it on thick.
Woosah.
Life is the hardest thing to live.
Do you expect me to believe that love exists? I went and saw the movie 43. That's the only time in my life that I actually wanted to take my eyeballs out and possibly sell them to somebody else.
Okay, thank you. Not only did you watch it, but
I owned the Blu-ray.
But the week later, you took me.
You owned the Blu-ray?
I owned the Blu-ray. Well, I was like, I seen this crap, the shittiest movie I've ever seen in my life.
Lucas, let's go. Hilarious still though?
And then we go see it, and there's some old woman just sitting at the bottom row in the corner, and McLovin's in it from Superbad. Okay, they're on the couch, and there's red shit on the couch, and I think they think the girl's on her period, and he's like, and taste it, and it's like, oh no, that's ketchup. And the other guy comes up like, no, tomato juice, and the other guy comes up like, no, that's Hawaiian Punch. She's like, I'm on my period. It was the worst movie I've ever seen in my life. So that's about the only thing I can relate to. There is things that could happen in people's lives to make them want to actually sell their eyeballs. Like you could wake up from a drunken night and turn over like, oh my God, this is what have I done? Like what have I done?
She was beautiful at the bar type thing?
It's like, I don't know how she is beautiful at the bar.
It doesn't matter.
My drunk goggles are broken.
But why will that matter? In your by the perception when you were drunk, she looked hot. So why it doesn't matter when you're...
Cause like, if they got track marks and fucking like...
Yeah, dude, because...
Yeah, but
you know how some people got like that one fucking fantastically yellow tooth? And it was just like, you're like, what the fuck is going on?
Like I can't tell if it's gold plated or if it's just yellow.
Like, did the shine wear off or something?
Yeah, like I clean all of that except for this one because it looked cool.
Yeah, just like this one stood out.
Now, is there stipulation? It does say eyeballs, correct? Like, could you sell just one eye?
Well, I think it said your own eyes.
Oh,
actually.
your own eyes.
So, like, what if you donate your body to science and they give you that money for it to, like, your eyes go somewhere else?
That's a very good
Texas,
point.
So like, no, you can't look at
that's the only thing that gets buried is your eyes, because the rest of you got harvested and turned into glue and all the other shit.
I like to think that
They
somebody...
can turn you into glue.
You don't know what the scientists do. This
you
donate it to science, and for all you know,
your brain can be glue.
You get launched up into space or whatever.
Yeah, you don't
for
know.
all you know.
You do whatever they want with it.
You can turn your brain into glue.
But what if, like...
That's what drugs do to you.
There's a guy out there buying eyeballs
No.
and, like, just gluing them to his tree outside.
Dude, that's the creepiest thing
That's
I've
why
ever
they had to... Like something really weird.
Forget Christmas lights. I'm going to glue eyeballs all along my gutters.
Yeah, no shit. It cost me like 160 grand to do this.
Freaking Jeepers Creepers house or something.
We're at the conclusion of the Stupidest Laws podcast. We are now on YouTube, which you should know because if you're watching this, you're probably watching it on YouTube. Give us feedback. Give us ideas on future podcast topics and stuff that you guys want. We've literally gotten a little bit of feedback so far. Help us out. Let us know what you like, don't like.
I want the what you don't like.
Yeah, like tell us who opens better, who do you want to hear more, who needs to calm down, that kind of thing. I want to give a shout out to the EgoCast for being really cool, kind of letting us use a spin-off of their name. Their videos are really funny. You should check them out. Our next podcast is going to be next week. When we record these, it takes about 2 to 3 days for editing, and then we release it. So when we say we're recording Saturday, that's why they're not out Saturday night. Next week, my friend Joe will be here. We'll be doing a podcast about conspiracy theories. Just to touch on the feedback. Negative is more... We're happy with negative than positive sometimes. Give us what you don't like, what you like. We need something to go off of.
Dislike our video.
60 people have viewed these. Probably 12 was probably us. So 48 different people have viewed it at some point. Tell us what you think. Right? I mean, can't get better if nobody tells us what they don't like.
True.
I agree.
I mean, with no negative... So far, we have 6 likes and 0 dislikes. So we're on a better track than the ISIS videos and Bieber so far.
On Friday?
Yeah. So follow us on Facebook, EgoCast Podcast. Like our page. Check there for information about future podcasts and, dare I say, one day merchandise.
We're going global.
We're going to go global.
We like to think big on this podcast.
Whatever.
Think big.
Luis just like, whatever.
Luis doesn't like thinking big. He thinks like marginally.
So simple.
I am big.
His brain is butter.
Big.
So
Did
we're
you
going to
just say you're
close
big?
with...
In which way?
Huh?
In which way?
Nobody cares.
I'm going to end with, I'm supposed to believe that love exists, but the
I'm
podcast is over.
Love is great.
Love is great. Everybody
The
have a good
hardest
What's
night.
your current state of love, Josh?
The
What
hardest
is
line.
love coming in the upcoming weeks?
We're
What
cutting
is
this
love
off,
for
right?
It is. We are halfway through the podcast, so it is about time we derail this into what
All
is
right,
love.
we'll end it right now. Everybody have
It
a
is,
great Saturday
Yeah.
night.
It is Josh's therapy hour.
Everybody have a great Saturday night.